Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Ford Field. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Goff a handoff here to Swift to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Goff throwing complete for Swift. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Goff now looking to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 22, Tua, and incomplete on the deep ball.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Franklin. 3rd and 6. 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 3rd and 6
Now Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Here's Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. He is going to find Hill here. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling-out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the 2nd quarter.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's Gone. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark it down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's good for the Lions.
Gone. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Great player.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. Touchdown! St. Brown, 51 yards. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself. himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Throwing on second and long. Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Tua now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, here's Tua.
Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. Tua going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-side offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Goff now looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
By Bradley Chubb. A loss of 9. Brings up 4th down.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
Man, it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And this is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now it's gone.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing on third. Gone. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field. Breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Swift going to try up the middle. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go on fourth. Gone. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 of the 8-yard line.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now a first down throw. Gone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert,
31 yards.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14.
Yo, bitch ass up, fuck, man.
Jason Sanders is to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Swift.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Goff. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again in the 4th.
So now here come the Lions up to go for 2. Goff looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 31 yards there and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Tua. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Back to throw is Tua. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Goff now to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field.
Now it's gone. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And it's incomplete. Convert, and they turn it over.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open book beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. They're going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One last throw here for Goff. Flushed out right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So it's a win for the Dolphins here. And it was a strong performance by Tua that helped lead the way.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.